Well, there's the question that everybody's asking. Why were our soldiers not armed? Come on in. Congresswoman Diane Black joining us on the phone. The shooting happened in her state. She's from Tennessee. Congresswoman, I have to ask you, should we now, in future, arm our soldiers when they're on base in America?
Absolutely, and that should have been done a number of years ago. When we saw what happened over in Fort Hood, there were a number of us who called for that, and most recently now in our authorization of the National Defense Authorization Act, we are calling for it once again in there.
But
of
Diane,
course, we've passed it out now.
Like at Fort Hood, if you call that workplace violence and you shy away from calling it terror, then obviously you're not going to arm the soldiers who were involved. This is a hangover from Fort Hood to some degree, isn't it?
Absolutely it is. And we have got to recognize, and of course there needs to still be investigation, but we have to recognize and call this what it is. If after this investigation we do find out, as it's already looking like, this is a part of radical Islam, we have got to name it for what it is, and we've got to address it. We can't keep putting our head in the sand.
Arming our soldiers is probably going to be the thing that comes very quickly out of this Tennessee shooting. You would agree with that?
I would say yes. This is one of the major issues that will come out of this shooting is two things. One is to name radical Islam for what it is, and this administration refuses to do that, and we must force this to happen. And the second is to arm our military. It's ridiculous. My husband served in Vietnam as a Marine. He said he just cannot believe that you could be a Marine and not have your sidearm with you at all times.
Congresswoman Diane Black from Tennessee, thank you very much for joining us, Diane. It was a pleasure having you with us again. Thank you.
Always a pleasure being with you. Thank you so much.
Here's something that we've been